The day you stop explaining yourself to people who are committed to misunderstanding you is the day you truly start living. The most powerful thing you can say to someone who disrespects you is absolutely nothing. Stop handing your peace to people who do not even know how to hold it. Introduction. Hello, my dear. Come in, coming out of the rush of the world. Sit down here for a moment. Let me just look at you. I can see that heavy heart you are carrying in your chest. Your eyes look tired, like you have been fighting battles that no one else can see. You have been trying so hard, haven't you? Trying to explain your worth, trying to make them understand your point of view, trying to win an argument that was never meant to be won in the first place. I know that feeling so intimately. Oh, how well I know it. You feel like if you can just find the perfect combination of words, if you can just explain your heart clearly enough, they will finally see your value and treat you with the respect you deserve. But my sweet child, I have lived a long, long time on this earth. Over 80 years of watching people, loving people, and sometimes having to leave people behind. And let me tell you a very hard truth that will save you decades of sorrow. People who are determined to disrespect you will never hear your truth, no matter how loud you shout it. They are not listening to understand. They are listening to attack. Today, I want to talk to you about the quietest, yet most devastatingly powerful weapon you possess. Your silence. Pour yourself a warm cup of tea, wrap a blanket around your shoulders, and let an old woman share a secret that took me half a lifetime to learn. When I was much younger, about your age, I had a spirit like a roaring fire. I thought that to be strong meant I had to have the last word. I believed that defending my honor meant standing tall and fighting back with words just as sharp as the ones thrown at me. There was a woman in my life back then. Let us call her Eleanor. Eleanor was the kind of person who could drop a quiet insult right into the middle of a compliment. She thrived on making others feel small so she could stand tall on their insecurities. One evening, at a very large family gathering, the room was filled with laughter, the clinking of glasses, and the warm glow of evening lamps. Out of nowhere, Eleanor turned to me and said something incredibly cruel about my life choices, disguised as a polite inquiry. It was said just loud enough for the whole table to hear. The room went dead silent. My heart began to race like a trapped bird. The heat rushed instantly to my cheeks, and I opened my mouth to defend myself, ready to tear her down with all the fiery words I had gathered in my mind. But then, my own grandmother, who was sitting quietly beside me, gently placed her soft, wrinkled hand over mine. She looked at me, her eyes deep pools of absolute calm, and she gave my hand a slight, firm squeeze. She didn't say a single word, but her touch spoke volumes. It said, "Do not give her your power. Do not step down into the mud with her." So I took a breath and closed my mouth. I looked Eleanor dead in the eye, held her gaze for a long, quiet, agonizing moment, and then I simply smiled, picked up my teacup, and turned my attention to the person on my other side, asking them about their garden. The shift in the room was palpable. Eleanor's smug smirk completely faded. She looked foolish, small, and desperately thirsty for a reaction she was never going to get. That was the day I learned that silence is not a sign of weakness. It is an impenetrable fortress. You see, my dear, disrespect is a parasite. It thrives and feeds entirely on your reaction. When someone is unkind, when they belittle you, insult you, or try to drag you into their chaotic storm, they are essentially begging for your energy. They want you to get angry. They want you to cry. They want you to argue. Because as long as you are reacting, they're in control of your emotions. But your silence? Oh, your silence is a mirror. When you completely refuse to engage, you force them to sit alone in the room with their own ugly behavior. You are telling them, without uttering a single syllable, "I am far too expensive for this cheap conversation." Think about it this way. Have you ever tried to play tug-of-war with someone who suddenly drops the rope? You fall over. You look ridiculous. That is exactly what your silence does to a disrespectful person. It lets them fall over the weight of their own ego. You do not owe anyone an explanation for your boundaries. You do not owe them a performance of your pain. True maturity, true soul-deep wisdom, is knowing that not every comment requires an answer, not every provocation requires a response, and not every battle is worth fighting. Keep your peace locked away safe in a beautiful box within your soul, a place where their dirty boots cannot trample it. Silence is the sharpest sword because it cuts through the noise and leaves the disrespect with nowhere to land but back on the person who threw it. Reflection, I want you to take a deep, cleansing breath right now. Think about the people in your life who constantly make you feel like you need to defend your very existence. Ask yourself, why are you still giving them front row seats to the beautiful movie of your life? I spent far too many years of my youth trying to convince broken people that I was worthy of their respect. I look back now with the white hair and the lines on my face, and I wish I could go back and tell that young, fiery girl to save her breath. I wish I could hold her face and tell her that her worth is an absolute fact, not something up for debate or negotiation. And that is exactly what I am telling you now as we sit here together. Every single time you choose silence over a petty argument, you are choosing yourself. You are choosing your own mental health. You are building a wall of self-respect that is so high and so strong, no one can climb over it to hurt you. It is not easy, I know it is not. The human ego wants to shout. It wants to prove that it is right. It wants justice. But true peace just wants to be left alone. The next time someone tries to pull you into their darkness, remember the immense power of the pause. Look at them, realize how deeply unhappy and broken they must be inside to try and break someone as beautiful as you, and just walk away. Let your silence ring so loudly in their ears that they cannot ignore it. You are so incredibly precious, my dear. Do not let the bitter, unhappy souls of this world turn your warm heart cold, and please do not let them drain your beautiful, radiant light. Keep your heart soft for those who deserve it, but keep your boundaries made of solid iron. I am so deeply proud of the person you are becoming. You are growing wiser and stronger every single day, even when it feels like you are stumbling. Remember, your voice is a rare and beautiful gift. Only share it with those who truly value its sound. For everyone else who refuses to see your worth, simply let them listen to the sound of your silence.